So, dudes, Mr. Few the Aquarium Dude and the Mac Man back at it again. He's not going to be helping us very much because Marilyn's got some waffles going, so he's not really into the fish stuff right now. So I'll let him go stare at her. And so what we got going today is a Java moss divider. And so what I've done is taken some black plastic kind of netting and zip tied 3 layers of it together. And so what we'll do is, yeah, Marilyn did it, is take a ton of this Java moss, and that's just one little chunk. I mean, I have a lot of it. And so we'll spread that out through there, and it'll grow really thick. And so the reason I'm doing it is because I have my second group of rainbow fry. And so they're super small right now. They won't be able to go in there just yet. But if you look at my fry that are, I would say, maybe over a month old, they've gotten pretty big. And if you follow my Instagram, Mr. Few the Aquarium Dude, I put the biggest 7 in here, and the next morning there were 2 less. And so I thought, maybe they're hiding. And then the next morning there were only 3 left. So I think at night maybe these cherry barbs started to prey on them. So they're not ready to go just yet, and it's got me thinking, man, it's going to be a while until they are as big as these rainbows and can actually go in the tank. And so my plan is to set up a divider, grow that moss divider. It should look pretty cool, and kind of have it split the tank about right there. Have the little guys have this section, and then these guys have plenty of room. I also, you can see that albino pleco back there. Seth Chrisman gave me about 4 of them. He's got a ton, and so he gave me some. There's one that's not an albino, and those are baby bristlenose. So there's also some cories down here too that we got out of our school fish tank. You can see that little guy there. And so I really got a ton of living things in here. You can see my snails have really started to die off, and so I've put a ton back up to the top one, but I still have quite a few in here. And so I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. I got those zip tied. I'll go put the moss in and see how I can get that fitted in. Alright, so we're outside on this freezing day. Don't want to leave this Java moss out here too long, but just wanted you to see, you know, you start tearing this up and it is just so thick. And so I really think, you know, this is pulled all out of my tank, that I'll have no problem filling this up. But one big challenge, you see that bend, it's just really hard to get it straight, especially after it's all zip tied down. It just kind of kinks it in different areas. So that'll be my big challenge, but it fits that 10-gallon perfect. You can see the holes are way too small, or too big. The fry would definitely get through, but I'm hoping this moss will really block it off. So I'm going to fill it up just like that. Probably put a little on each layer, why not? Zip tie this together and put it in there, see what we got. Alright, so we've got our zip ties all on there. Moss filled up pretty good. There'll be spots that need to grow in, but it's pretty thick. I got in between both layers. And so what's left to do now is cut all the zip ties and try to get this thing straightened out as best I can. And then jam it into the gravel, and I'd like my shrimp to be on the other side. I think these guys are big enough to eat the shrimp fry. And I had at least 1 pregnant tray shrimp, and she doesn't have eggs anymore. I haven't noticed in a while, but yet I don't see any babies. So we'll see. Hopefully they got off of this moss when I pulled it off, but we'll see. Alright, dudes, we got it all set up in there. You can see it looks like the netting, you know, is all you really can tell, but once that Java moss gets a little thicker. As far as the divider goes, I just didn't get it in the corners that well. I don't need it right now. And like I said, that Java moss needs to grow in a lot more, but you can see there's a thin layer everywhere. I can see my shrimp way better because they're always hanging out on it, or have been, but as far as the success of it, you see we got one over there already, so but there it is. So I'll keep you guys updated. If it doesn't work out, I'll probably just put it in the background, and that could be cool too. Mr. Few the Aquarium Dude, out.